Guys, it's Alternative Voice yet again. I decided I'd come out here and enjoy the fresh air. And I also decided that I would make a video about future civil war, revolution, whatever you want to call it. The fact of the matter is that there are so many people in this country today who are wanting civil wars. I mean, we've already had, incidents at Charlottesville, January the 6th at the Capitol, and, all that stuff going on in Seattle, the secession movements up there and crap. But we really need to avoid a civil war at all costs, or a revolution at all costs. It needs to be the absolute last resort, because you probably don't know what you're asking for if you wish for that. I mean, infrastructure would just collapse, and a lot of you can't survive without infrastructure. Hell, most of you would go insane if somebody turned out the Wi-Fi. And it's just, I am trying to be the voice of warning. I have never been through war myself. I've been in quite a few fights, and I've been homeless. But, I see people, like Charlottesville being a prime example, fighting with each other and punching each other and things like that. It's becoming less and less possible to be non-violently disagreeable these days. And, there's also people going in with, in their armor and their guns and their Civil War apparel, and it's like, okay, you've got your, red dot on backwards, or your iron sights on backwards, or whatever. And, but the thing is, it's like, a lot of people will laugh at them, but, they could cause some serious damage if they don't check themselves. And, the reality is that, everybody's for free speech until somebody says something they disagree with. And if you want to protect free speech, you got to protect everybody's freedom of speech, no matter if you disagree with them or not, no matter how horrible their message is. That doesn't mean you can't shout back at them and say that they're stupid, wrong, or whatever. But you can't just shut them up if you support free speech. And, a civil war would tear this country apart. It would give, other countries the opportunity to come here, or at least, launch invasions like of Taiwan, like China against Taiwan. It would give Hezbollah the green light and to go after Israel full bore. And there would be chaos throughout the world. And Israel has nuclear weapons. Make no mistake about it. And if they feel their existence is threatened, they will launch them. And a lot of people will, and millions of people will die. And we do not want that to happen. It's just that simple. And I know a lot of you don't like the American government. I know I don't really like it either. But it's not going to get better just because you destroy everything. It's not. It's like, in fact, it's not going to just get better. In fact, it'll get a hell of a lot worse, because, the warlords will spring up and all that shit. And it'll just be chaos, and people will launch genocides on a local and up to the national level just because of some excuse. If you don't believe that'll happen, I mean, just look at all of history. I mean, in Africa, for crying out loud, people regularly chop off each other's arms and heads and feet just because their grandmother's grandfather's sister belonged to the wrong tribe. And it's just absolute insanity, And I really think that a lot of naive people could get a lot of everybody in this country killed for no reason. And now, do I think we live in a free country? No. Do I think we need a violent revolution or a civil war? No. Most certainly not yet. And I personally am willing to do everything in my power to do everything possible before that happens. And we just need to calm the fuck down and get our heads on straight. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all.